they have. 11th difference, traditional marketing is always thinking of what it can take from people, what can we get from people. Guerrilla marketing says think about what you can give to customers before worrying about what you can get from them. Hey, we're living in the middle of the information age. You can give away information, cost you nothing, but your customers will be very, very delighted to receive what you give them. Don't forget what marketing really is. Here's what marketing really is. It's your opportunity to help your customers succeed at whatever their goals are. Maybe their goals are to make money, or to lose weight, or to attract a mate, or to grow their business. Whatever their goal is, marketing is your opportunity to help them succeed at that goal. The products or services that you offer will help them succeed at that goal. So think in terms of what can you give to people to help them succeed at their goals. Don't think about yourself, think about them. Then they'll begin to think about you. A 12th difference. Traditional marketing would have you believe that advertising works, or that direct mail works, or that having a website works. Guerrilla marketing says nonsense, nonsense, and nonsense. Advertising doesn't work. Don't be silly. Direct mail absolutely doesn't work, and if you want a sure path to losing money, get yourself a website. Having a website doesn't work. So guerrilla marketing does know what works, and so I'm going to tell you. Here's what works. Marketing combinations work. If you do advertising and you have a website and you do direct mail, they're all going to work. They're all going to help each other work, because the days of single weapon marketing have been relegated to the past. We're now living in a day where only marketing combinations work. Wow, you put up a website, then you write an ad, then you send the person a direct mail letter directing them to the website and enclosing a copy of your ad. Well, no wonder you're going to start making money, because you're getting it now about how marketing combinations are what work, rather than individual weapons of marketing, no matter what they are. Another difference, the 13th, traditional businesses, traditional marketing says at the end of the month, count up your money. Guerrilla marketing says, hey, if you want to do that, you can, but the way to really succeed in business is at the end of the month, count up your relationships. How many new relationships did you establish that month? That's what it's about, not how much money did you bring in, because money gets spent and goes away, but relationships can last forever, and your job is to create relationships. That's what marketing is really about, establishing and nurturing relationships. It's not about money, it's about people. 14th difference. Traditional marketing never mentioned much about technology, because technology used to be too complicated. People think with the big breakthrough in technologies, it became less expensive and more powerful. But that's not why technology has grown. It's grown because it's easier than ever before. Reading a user manual is no longer an invitation to getting a migraine headache. User manuals are pretty simple now. Technology is much easier. So guerrilla marketing says, you've got to embrace technology, because if you have technophobia, you've got to make an appointment with your techno shrink, because technophobia is fatal these days. You've got to embrace technology. Yes, it's cheap. Yes, it's powerful. Yes, it's all over the place, but mainly it's really simple to use. I've written 4 books on computers, and gee, I hope there's nobody here from Apple or one of the people I patronize. I've never opened a user manual. I wouldn't dream really. If I've got a car, I've never read the owner manual. I don't believe in products that you've got to read the manual in order to use them. And it's now like that with computers and technology and software. It's easier than ever before. And your customers know that. So use technology to communicate with your customers. 15th difference, traditional marketing aims their marketing at groups. The larger the group, the better. Guerrilla marketing is aimed at individuals, or if groups, the smaller the group, the better. Guerrilla marketing is about getting small in order for you to get big, and aiming your marketing at individuals one at a time rather than at masses of people. 16th, we're getting near the end of just the 19 differences, so you do know what guerrilla marketing is. Traditional marketing identifies the main medium, magazines, newspapers, radio, television, direct mail, the internet. That's about it. Telemarketing, maybe 7. As a result, much of their marketing is unintentional. Guerrilla marketing is very aware of all the details of running a business, because every detail makes an impression, positive or negative, on customers. That means guerrillas consider how their telephone is answered as part of the marketing process. They consider if they give a person a bag at the end of the purchase, whatever else goes into the bag, that's part of marketing. Follow-up is part of marketing. Lots of things that big businesses and traditional marketers do not identify as marketing are very definitely some of the most important parts of marketing. You are your most important marketing weapon. You yourself are your own marketing weapon, and yet traditional marketing doesn't say that or even have you believe that. It says radio, television, magazines, newspapers, direct mail, the internet, and telemarketing, and that's about it. Maybe billboards. The 17th difference, huge difference. This is the way that marketing has changed just in the past 5 years. It used to be that the goal of marketing was to make the sale. Not anymore. It's too hard. There's too much marketing out there for people to be paying attention to yours. So the idea now is to first gain a person's consent to receive your marketing materials and then market to them. Here's what's going to happen. Most people will withhold their consent. They will not give you their consent to market to them. Your job is to love these people because they're saying, hey, save your money. I'm not in the market. But some people will say, yes, I want to receive your marketing materials. Send them on. So you can focus your marketing investment on those people. Let me tell you about a lady who runs a camp in New York State. It's the biggest camp in New York State and has been for over 10 years. She makes a fortune at her camp. Now, does she market traditionally? Of course not. She's a serious guerrilla. Here's what she does. She runs little ads in the back of magazines under camping directories like everybody else. Does she attempt to sell the camp with that? No, of course not. She just tries to get people to send for her video. She also puts up a booth at camping shows in the Northeast. And at her booth, it's just like all the other booths. And does she attempt to sell the camping experience there? And of course not. There's too many other people trying to sell the camping experience. So all she tries to get people to do is to take her video home. That's all. And if they don't take their video home, that's okay. She can save their money. She can save her money on them. But if they take their video home, then they look at the video. Does the video attempt to sell the camping experience? No way. It shows happy campers. It shows great equipment. It shows beautiful scenery. It shows trained, enthusiastic counselors. It does not try to sell the camping experience. All the video tries to do is to get people to call and have a personal appointment with somebody to come to their house. And when they do that, 83% of the people who call for a person to come to their house closes the sale. They close on the camp. Now understand, when she sells the camping experience, she's selling it to the parents of this child and this child's brother and probably sister, maybe 2 of their cousins and 4 of their schoolmates for about 6 or 7 years. So she takes her time with marketing, gaining people's consent, then broadening the consent, and then marketing to them, as guerrillas always do, in slow motion. She's never in a hurry. Now you can see why she has by far the most successful camp in the Northwest. The Northeast, it's also the most successful camp in the United States. She does not try to sell her camping experience in the expected ways. She just tries to get consent. The good news about that, it means advertising no longer has to sell the experience. It just has to get people to your website. And then your website, once they've gone there, that's like they have given you their consent and you can market to them. So that's the way that marketing has changed. It used to be that marketing went for making the sale. Now all it does is it gets people's consent to help you take the next step. 18th difference, traditional marketing has always been a monologue with one person doing all the talking. We've all grown up with advertisers. They do all the talking. You just shut up and listen. But that's changed because guerrilla marketing is a dialogue. It's a back and forth. The guerrilla asks questions, the prospects give answers. The guerrilla publishes questionnaires, the prospects fill out the questionnaires. On the website, there are ways for back and forth. There's a lot of dialogue, and the more there's dialogue, the more there's a relationship. The more there's a relationship, the more there is money in your bank account. The 19th difference is that traditional marketing identifies just a handful of marketing weapons, and they're all expensive. Radio, television, magazines, newspapers, the internet, direct mail, telemarketing, that's about it. Guerrilla marketing identifies 100 different marketing weapons. 100 marketing weapons, and of those, 62 of them are free. So that's kind of a cool thing to know, that there are 100 marketing weapons out there for you to use. that 62 of those marketing weapons are free, and probably you haven't been using all the marketing weapons that you can.